only need one man to come into their life to really show them like what a man is supposed to do. Sometimes that's the person who you fumble, because now every man that comes into your life, you like comparing like, well, this man did this and this man did that, and that was your person, and you fumble him for some reason. I guess like when people think trophy wife, they think airhead. Like they just think like, oh, she's just pretty. So like you can be a trophy wife and still be like, I got my man back. Like, okay, like let's sit down and let's go from A to Z. Like you got a problem, let's troubleshoot this. Let's like, cause I'm that person. Like I think I'm like a problem solver. Like it's like if you come with me, like it's on my mental. Now I'm just like, let's do this, let's do that. So I feel like the terminology trophy wife is kind of just like somebody who like a gold digger. And you want to tell what's so crazy? Because I do pod, people think I'm a podcast woman. So like when I meet men and they be like, let me listen, I'm like, whoa, get to know me first. Cause you know, of course some stuff gonna come out on the pod where I'm like, it's the internet. So some stuff I gotta clickbait. Like I gotta say something to like grab your attention. Yeah. So like anytime a man try to talk to me, I be like, nah, get to know me first. Cause I don't want you to watch a pod where I'm just like,
cracking a joke.
And like you literally, because I'm just like, I'm deeper than that. Like we can really sit and have a conversation. Like as black people, you damn near got to be the personality. They ain't hiring you off your education. Like you got to go in there and be like, hi, I'm Bob. Like, you know, so like I be wanting to like go the full way. Like I can get you in with the resume, but a lot of people don't know how to appeal.
Right, you're gonna teach them.
Yeah, I wanted to be able to be like, hey, like I know it's gonna be uncomfortable, but you about to smile, you about to do that little white person, and you got to like really get until they level. Because like I'm a typical black, not long nails, but like I know how to get in there, and they like, damn. So 2025, like that's what changed my mindset. It was just like you got to do something that really like put you in a financial spot where like even if you lose your job, you're okay.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Deletekings Podcast. I go by the name Deleteking A50, and I got my boy here with me.
You already know Deleteking CVO.
You feel me? You see what's going on, man? Back with another guest. Very, very, very special guest today. How we pronounce your name?
It's Brenda.
Brenda. Okay. What's the most popular joke you get when you say your name?
Brenda's got a baby.
Brenda's got a baby. You got kids?
I do got. It made it worse when I had them kids. I'm like, shut up. Yeah.
That's what's up. And you work with kids too, right?
I do. I work with kids with autism, my little babies.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Shouts out to you.
Yeah.
So Brenda, let the people know what you do.
I feel like I'm like, you know how on Pop the Balloon, they never have one job? I feel like that because I do a little bit of everything. I work with kids with autism. I'm a professional yapper, so I do a podcast. I'm on the radio show as well, do a little modeling with the Butterfly Effect. Follow them on Instagram, guys. Instagram, Facebook, everything. Follow us on everything.
For sure. Where can they follow you directly?
I'm on Instagram. I'm on everything under MacDaddy_Brenda.
MacDaddy.
Yeah, MacDaddy_Brenda.
That's what's up. What's up. And you said you got a podcast as well. How'd you start that?
So honestly, like my friend invited me on there to like just be a guest. And then they kept inviting me on, and then they just added me to the show, and I was just like, hell yeah, I love talking, honestly.
So you good at this, you know. Yeah. We might have to, try and recruit you over here for real.
Yeah, I'm thinking about starting my own pod, because then my friend ended up asking me to join her radio show, so I do a radio show every Thursday. And a lot of people ask me to join their podcast. And I'm just like, oh shit, I think y'all see something that I don't see. So let me join and get my own thing going. Maybe I can start working one day off my own. Look, you dig, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I was on your page earlier, and I was just like randomly scrolling, just like I've seen a lot of podcast clips. I'm like, let me just see what she's talking about on here, because it's like they look like they're joking around, like having a good time. And then there was this one clip that recently I've been thinking about making even like a podcast topic about. It's like you was talking like you rather kind of be a stay-at-home wife type thing. Like some girls, they don't want to work. Like honestly, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? You remember that clip I was talking about?
Yeah, when somebody asked me like if I could do anything in the world, what I want to do, and I said I want to be a stay-at-home wife. Like that's it. That's all. I said I want to get up in some lingerie, cook that man some breakfast, and then like, you want to go to the gym after? I said, no, I don't. I want to get back in the bed after. Like I don't want to do a goddamn thing. Oh, can I cuss on her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just yeah, I don't want to do nothing. I just want to be a stay-at-home wife. Like I feel like That's a job within a job. I would have a nanny too though. Like I want to be a lazy stay. I want to be like not even a lazy stay at home wife, but I want to be like
Trophy wife.
Yeah, and like when people think stay at home wife, they're like, well, you gotta cook. I'm like, nah, I want a nanny. I want all of that. I want to be able to just do what I want to do.
Hey, you know what's funny about that? If you get with a boss, like
Money ain't an option.
He got
even
maids cooking, cleaning. So like the cooking and cleaning stuff don't always impress.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like a good home cooked meal though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'll cook. No, I think I would, because I actually do like cooking for, like, when I'm in a relationship, I love cooking for a partner because I know, like, ultimately, like, you got to do something. Like, I think, like, cooking for me is just like a little razzle-dazzle. Like, and I know how to cook, you know? Because, like, a lot of women don't know how to cook. So, like, I'm not saying, like, I wouldn't do nothing, but, like, I don't want to, like, have to get up every day at 4 o'clock and cook. Like, I don't want it to be a schedule. Like, I want to be like, when I want to cook you a meal, I'll cook you a meal. But, like, if I'm tired, I'm tired. Like, yeah, like, I don't want to feel like you I'm your goddamn slave. Like, yeah, I don't want to do that, you know? But, yeah, ultimately.
Man, I feel like like, what would be the requirements that would make a lady deserve to be a trophy wife? You know what I mean? Ultimately, like, because with the argument, guys are always gonna say it's like, what does she bring to the table? Like,
that's a man without no money. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you, because I feel like not even a man without no money, but that's a man that like isn't financially up there. Because like men that like on the pod, we was talking about like generous men, and like I'm on there with men. They were like, I never heard of such thing as a generous man. I'm like, no, it's really men out here that like money isn't an issue, so they're just generous men. Mm-hmm. So like they was just like, that's a trick. I'm like, no, it's literally men out here that just like this little shit, like money literally growing trees to them, like, you know. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like it's the man that you pick. I don't think it's like some men don't want a woman to like have to, but then again, I understand that we is living in that generation. Like I ain't to the point where like I'm not gonna get married and I gotta work. Like I'm okay with working if that's what my person wants me to do. But like I'm hoping I find a generous man at the same time. I'm not gonna lie. 100%. So, but no, like I'm with it both, because I grew up with my mom and my dad, and like they split the bills and stuff like that. So like I'm not opposed to it, but like if God came down and said, what you want to do in life, like I ain't gonna be like, I don't want to do nothing. Like I want to chill, I want to vibe. Let's vibe, twin.
Right. Okay. So it's like, I know there's a lot of those podcasts. We typically talk business on this podcast, but there's a lot of podcasts just be like, girls want this, girls want that, 6 figures and 6 feet tall and 6 something, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, at the end of the day, do you have those high demands and high standards and all that? No,
I'm not. Ultimately, like I'm a taller girl, so I do want somebody that's taller than me. But like I done dated a man that was way shorter than me. I done dated a man at my same height. Like I feel like I'm 31, so like at this point, like I'm just really looking for like a person that like we literally just like love each other. Mm-hmm. Like, cause I feel like when you really find that person, and I feel like that's really just social media getting in people's head. I feel like once you really find your person, like it shouldn't matter like how they come, because like you only get one person, and if you fuck with them, you gonna go like you gonna die. I mean, you ain't gonna die alone, but you're gonna be settling for the rest of your life because like you found your person. Because I feel like women only need one man to come into their life to really show them like what a man is supposed to do. Sometimes that's the person who you fumble, because now every man that comes into your life, you like comparing like, well, this man did this and this man did that, and that was your person, and you fumble him for some reason.
Yeah, I see a lot of girls that they'll have the bar set so high
because a man came in and did that,
and then like they expecting everybody else to do that afterwards, and then it's just like it's kind of funny. Like CVO, you ever dealt with that? Like somebody just spoiled as hell, and then I know CVO, he got a lady, he got a wife and everything.
You know
what I'm saying? So that's not the question. That's not a question for him. Yeah. But honestly, like just generation nowadays.
Well, even your wife, just, like when you met your wife, like did she have like a certain standard?
She's not my wife yet, you know. She's my lady. You know, we just had a kid.
Okay.
So I mean, with her, she was a hustler. She did her thing. You know what I'm saying? I was always a hustler. So she had money, I had money. You know, and then when she got pregnant, you know, clearly, you know what I'm saying, had to leave her job, and really, you know what I'm saying? I had to put on the big boy pants, like, hey, we're gonna take care of this and that. She got her little side hustles where, you know, right now, I'll be like, okay, I'll take care of all these bills, and you just take care of these little bills right here, and anything else when we go out or this, that, flights, we going somewhere, you ain't got to worry about it. But,
Yeah.
you know, I feel as right now, like, oh, shit. I'm only going to do so much because I also have so much on my plate as well that I got to deal. It's like, damn, I'm paying all the bills, then shit. I look at it like this. If I'm kind of like what you're saying, paying all the bills, housewife, you don't really do nothing. But my girl, she cooks, she cleans, this and that. But like to that stand, like to that level, if I'm gonna get someone there, it's like, man, my mental health needs to be is number one. Cause with any boss or anybody that's of that level is doing so much. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. So if the mental health ain't on point where I can go into each one of my ventures, meet with my partners or do anything like that, and I can't be on point like I'm supposed to be, then you know what I'm saying, then that's like a problem. I can't do that for you. I can't do a lot more things that I would want for you if I'm not giving everything that I need to get to that level.
Yeah, and I guess like when people think trophy wife, they think airhead. Like they just think like, oh, she's just pretty. So like you can be a trophy wife and still be like, I got my man back. Like, okay, like let's sit down and let's go from A to Z. Like you got a problem, let's troubleshoot this. Let's like, cause I'm that person. Like I think I'm like a problem solver. Like it's like if you come with me, like it's on my mental. Now I'm just like, let's do this, let's do that. So I feel like the terminology trophy wife is kind of just like somebody who like a gold digger.
Right.
So I feel like trophy wife can be something different because, of course, like that's about before a guy. You don't want to just marry anybody. Like you really want somebody to like really suit you and like really like pick you up. Like I feel like a marriage to me is just like wherever I like I can depend on my partner to do this and like vice versa and stuff like that. So of course, like going into like when I speak of that, like I still want to be like my husband's person. Like I want you to be able to cry to me, do all of that with me. Like I don't want to like be a burden on it because I went through mental health issues. So I'm totally big on mental health. Like I never want to be with somebody and I speak this all the time and men never believe when I say it. I don't want that relationship where a man is crying in a car and coming into me because it's just like, what's my purpose? Like what's my purpose to you? Like if you literally
I'm saying you
cannot,
can't come to me, I can't talk to you, it's hard to talk to you, that type of ordeal. Yeah, no, that's really big, especially like because I know like you say a trophy wife for I think a real man, as far as a trophy wife is a girl that's going to, like I said, have his back, be there spiritually, mentally, the whole nine, make sure he holds it down, whatever he got going on, because as men, I feel we do endure a lot and we don't release. You know, we can have shitty ass days and it was cool.
Yeah,
you know,
I just gotta,
you know, like girls, you know, women are more of the emotional beings, you know, but they're able to express more than us, and we hold back where that can be, you know, almost a make or break, where it's like if I can't feel like I can come to you, or I don't feel that love, or I don't feel that genuineness, or I don't feel anything of that type of level, then what are we doing here? What are we doing? You know, because especially like if you got someone who's upper echelon putting stuff on the table, shit, if money's not an issue, you know money's not an issue. So then what else can you do to, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta
be
show
somebody
a different,
that's,
you gotta show a different part of you. Cause like, and I feel like that is important because I feel like we is living in a generation, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with this, like where a lot of women are just like, I don't need a man. I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah. Cause like when my tire blow, like I'll be like, Daddy, God, like, you know, like it's like certain stuff, like as a woman, like you should want a man to want to do. Like I don't want to wait 3 hours for aid. I want to call my man and he come to my rescue versus like I feel like the man should be able to do the same thing. Like I personally I know people like you can't have a traditional marriage or you can't have traditional love in the modern, and I'm like, you really can. Like it's like traditional modern. Cause like if you grew up around
define
love,
traditional modern.
No, yeah, no, like cause it's literally based on how you grew up.
Yeah,
you know,
it's like if you grew up around traditional love, of course we modern now, but like you can still have that tradition in you because like your grandparents, your mom, your great grandparents, like the stuff that is in your morals inside of you, like your boundaries and stuff like that can be traditional. But of course we live in a modern world, so you got to mix it. Like we can't be 100%.
We live in a social media world.
That's true. That's exactly what it is. So it is traditional love. I'm like, if everything was to break on the internet, we'd be traditional. You have no choice but to be traditional.
Oh yeah, you cut that little Wi-Fi. Oh my God.
Because everybody want to speak the Bible. I'm just like, well, if you want Bible love, you want traditional love.
Right.
You know, that's all they be on TikTok talking about. I'm like, well, y'all be living a modern love life.
Yeah.
Right? You want the Bible love, shit. A lot of people not living that. It's not accepted today, you know.
Yeah.
And it's what do you want, you know? And then like I'm not even trying to be, you know, people who do this, you know, but like only like motherfuckers who do OnlyFans, you know, it's like you selling pussy just digitally. You know, that's what that
Honestly.
is. You know, that
and then when the man be like, I support I'm like, you support
her selling your pussy.
Yeah.
Your
that's
friends
crazy.
saw her pussy. And her friends and his friends and then
For
your homie.
$5.
Yeah,
For $5,
I
like,
think
whoa.
it came down to like, I feel like we live in a generation where everybody wants some money. Like everybody will like do anything for some money. Like they
And like the
morals,
stock is down.
they morals
on
go
that,
out the
yeah.
window for some money, and I just be like, damn, like
Everybody got a price. That's what you know.
like even on TikTok, like I don't know how I stumbled on this, but like it's like a 3 or 4 TikTok like what they're literally
I've
on the
heard of
street,
that.
and I'm just like, damn, y'all ain't even tried college. Like y'all just went straight to selling cat. Like that's crazy. Like they literally on there like, yeah, and they on my side of the street, and I'm like,
I've heard of it.
what happened
but
to
I was
the
like,
quietness of being that? Like they just
Right.
so vocal.
No, they
about
because
it.
they look at it like there's some weird ass guys that, you know, just want to go around and pick up a woman to get her nut off really quick, and they'll pay that up because they're not happy at home because of their wives and their situation, or they're literally lonely and can't pick up girls, and all they gotta do is pay that little bread.
I know the industry was always there, but it's just the culture and acceptance of it, where it's not like low key behind the scenes type of thing, and now it's on like,
Like,
Oh yeah,
they're
now it's
open-
like
they're
it's
open,
like
like, yeah.
do it, sell your
Yeah,
shit.
and it's like it's
It's
bringing the
what they
value of all of that down low key. But you know, one thing I think, tell me how you think about this. Like my favorite thing about a woman, you know, outside of looks is like how she think. You know what I'm saying? So you say like like if you're gonna be somebody's trophy wife, be there for him, be support him. But the thing I find most attractive is like how a lady thinks, and also can she help me think? Cause I be overthinking sometimes, but like,
Can she calm you down, basically?
yeah, or just like help me solve a complex intellectual problem, or have some sort of conversation, even if I'm doing most of the talking, but say
she
something
kinda,
that
like,
can
guided
spark
you to it. Yeah,
spark the next idea that's on the tip of my tongue, type of thing. That is what I would define as like an asset. Like somebody, man, we could just vibe because the vibe is there. But then when I'm having conversations, you help me think from a different perspective. That sometimes, you know, females that be having that different perspective, they be just knowing, just, you know what I mean? Y'all have intuition and all of that. So,
and you want me to tell you what's so crazy? Because I do pod, people think I'm a podcast woman. So like when I meet men and they be like, let me listen, I'm like, whoa, get to know me first. Cause you know, of course some stuff gonna come out on the pod where I'm like, it's the internet. So some stuff I gotta clickbait. Like I gotta say something to like grab your attention.
Yeah.
So like anytime a man try to talk to me, I be like, nah, get to know me first, cause I don't want you to watch a pod where I'm just like
cracking a joke.
And like you literally, cause I'm just like, I'm deeper than that. Like we can really sit and have a conversation. Like I really know things in life. Like sometimes I'm literally on there like debating somebody, and I totally agree with what they're saying, but like I know what's gonna sell to the audience, and if people don't understand that, so I'm just like, yeah, get to know me first, babe, because I'm like, you gonna watch that and be like, oh hell no. So yeah,
for sure, people try and like get like size you up based off of what you're talking about on the podcast. Like,
yeah, not even a pod, like clips. I'm like, do y'all know what a clickbait is? Like, we really just want you to click the whole video. We need watch time. Like that's it.
Yeah,
so,
I be doing that. If like, you should see the way I edit up like these podcast intros. Like it'll be like you really have to click in to see what we really talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So every now and then I try to be a little like, let me talk about God. So if y'all click, like let me show you that I'm a little deep. Goddamn, because since y'all not going, but yeah, I think that's important though. I feel like I'm that person, but I don't really like if somebody try to like a man get in my inbox and they be like, oh yeah, I saw you saw that, I be like automatically delete it. So I'm like, damn, you ain't even finna get to know me in real life,
Right?
Because like I'm like even if I see like you goofing around on social media, I'm gonna still get to know you in real life. Cause I understand social media is what social media is. Social media to me is like shits and giggles. So like I'll never take nobody serious if I got you in real life. Let's have a real life conversation. Now if I see they're like, oh, okay, you really is an airhead man. Then I'm like, okay, I gotta cut you off. But like, I'll never just judge somebody because I understand people get paid off social media, so it's just some stuff that you have to do to get your money.
And I'm big on that too, because I do a lot, especially in the entertainment industry. You know, having a woman, you know, it can lay down to, oh, you're around bitches all the time, this, that, and the third, where it's like,
this was bringing the money in sometimes.
She paid me for my truck and or this or she did that. Like, I got paid. I'm not over here like, what's up, girl? Let's go out.
Is your girlfriend like, does she do like podcasts and stuff like this?
No. She started like she's what the hell? She managed a restaurant. She was like on some head chef shit. She's a good cook.
I was a restaurant manager too. Yeah.
You feel me? And then now I invested in her to do nails. So she's right now in A+ nail school as we speak, where she's been killing it, getting her stuff done, finishing doing the school so she can get the certification. Already got LLCs, this and that. So she already has me. So it's like, look, I told her like, look, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go into business together. We're gonna do a venture because you obviously see me and I'm not working for nobody. I work for myself. You want to work for yourself. So okay, how can we help each other? Because I don't mind owning a damn beauty spot. I own 100 nail fucking things in the city. That's just gonna put more money in our pockets for our kids, you know.
Yeah.
So we did that. She's on a track of that. She should be graduating March, maybe March or May. Too? Oh yeah, and she does the vending machine. She has a vending machine in a high-end dealership out in Arlington Heights. Chicago dealers, the dealership of Chicago or something like that. Where like literally first thing you walk in is Rolls Royce and Corvettes and stuff like that. So she be making good old.
How did you get into that? I thought about getting into the vending machine, and I think I let people talk me out of it off the like. I don't know. I just let people talk me out of it.
I mean, with her, I feel like with any business or even with that, it's location.
Yeah,
you know, so
I think that's what kind of scared me about it.
Her first location was here, actually. You know, just to get the foot out the water, get it out there. Because when we got it, you had to get the devices so people could swipe their cards and make sure everything was set up. So we put it in here, this open. We saw ourselves buying from it more than, you know, because it's like, you think about it, I gotta have this place booked. I gotta have people like you come in here and you guys are hungry, you guys are thirsty, go to the vending machine. You know, I gotta kind of incentivate that where it's based on booking, this, that, and the third. For now, her, where she has it now, and she even told me, like, hey, I'm going to move it. I'm like, go ahead. That's going to make you more money because now it's at a dealership. What, every day from Monday to Friday, there's 30 people in there at least working.
Waiting 8 hours for
you
that
know
car.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that, bro, like, they're going to eat a snack, they're going to get a drink, this and that. She'll look like, damn, this week I made, you know, the vending machine made this day or today or like a day. It made like $80 in a day. Like, oh, shit, okay, cool, you know. And on top of it, she got the Sam's Club. We got the Sam's Club card. So you go to Sam's Club, you literally see it by price. You know, you're selling individuals. So you go dollar charge everything. So, you know, every time you swipe some, it's a profit there. So now you just go back, buy your supplies, do it over again.
Such a simple business model.
Yeah, because look, I work in this elementary school. This is my second elementary school working in. Now this is kind of like in like the ghetto part of and I'm just like, I walked in there and I'm like, damn, y'all got no vending machine in here. So it popped back in my head like, I want to put a vending machine in here because there's all these teachers in here. And I'm like, we don't got no snack during the day. Like you got to come in and don't let you be running late. And now you still know the location? Cause I'm working at the school right now. Every day I walk in there.
That's the next location.
We can put the location because it's like you do something like that, like schools, like city halls or something like that, like again places where there's always somebody working, a barbershop, you know what I'm saying, where there's always somebody in there going crazy shit. Put it in a library. People be in the library at the library we used to be at. There's like 5 vending machines. They had all the way from your snacks to energy drinks because they know you're gonna be in here locked the hell in. So what the hell? I'm charging $5 per fucking Red Bull, and they go, man, I need it. I gotta study. You know what the hell? Run it. You know, it's just again finding location and hitting people and doing your due diligence as a business owner. Like, hey, I got a vending machine. You know, I know there was a few ways you could do it. You can be like, hey, I'll put it in there. You don't got to worry about it. You know, I make bread. This is just an add-on for you. You know. Or for people who are like, man, okay, you don't want me to just put it in there. You make all the money. I'll give you 10% of the earning just off this, and it's just free little change, little gas money for you for real.
That's true.
You know, or you can have someone buy the vending machine off you. So what she has, we found a plug that has like a manufacturer of any machines. Like he doesn't have, like, he doesn't make them, but he has a lot of them where he just gets them and repairs them, and he's his own thing where, shit, we can put 17, 18 real life vending machines in different places. It's either we do it ourselves, or if someone wants one, you can buy it from us.
Yeah. Oh, that's decent.
So it's kind of like any business, you kind of got to get your foot in and figure it out. Like, if you want vending machines, how do I get the vending machine? Either you buy a brand new one from online, or just like we did, we found a plug. Some dudes like, yeah, I got a warehouse full of them. Oh shit. Oh well, how much? What you talking? You know, now you starting to play ball.
How did y'all get into? Because I know like a lot of people get into it, but y'all seem like y'all was successful in y'all business. Like, how did y'all start in y'all business? And like, what do y'all feel like? When did y'all feel like it took off for y'all?
Man, we still grinding right now, actually. You know, but momentum is based off of the energy and the company that you keep, for sure, right? And it takes acting on the right advice. Like, if somebody like can show you, you know, how something works, and you can take that information and go do it. You know, my first mentor told me, hey, you need to get an LLC, right? You need to get rid of those late payments, get above a 750, your life changed forever, I guarantee it. Cool. That's step one. Literally, I registered the LLC. At the time, I didn't really know the value. But years later, I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank God. I'm like, oh, snap, this saved me. Like, this act that I did so long ago that wasn't even expensive to do, just to act on the information, right? So a lot of people, they don't even take step one, where it's like, man, all you had to do is step one and then focus on step two. But it's just like, they just be stuck.
They want to go to step 5.
Yeah, they just want the end result so fast.
And it's crazy because, like, before I took off as a videographer, I was just always, you know what I'm saying, ball shooting for everybody, pushing myself, the whole nine, to where my work and everything I did was undeniable. I couldn't show you any music video that I did. You'd be like, oh shit, you shot that with them. You know what I'm saying? I could probably do that with an iPhone. You know, this is how solidified I made my level, to the point where I was shooting with the best of the best, worked with the best of the best, top of the line, making $100,000, $200,000 a year, easy, to down to my last 10,000, because game changed, game got oversaturated, whole 9 yards. But like Ty said, you know what I'm saying, he said his mentor did a business. I didn't have a mentor. I had a group, and we made CVO Entertainment a company, and that was back in 2018. So I had a stamp, and then we closed it because of some bullshit in the group, and then I opened up CVO Enterprise, another stamp. So I had 2 stamp that were like, I literally didn't do anything with. I made it as an LLC, boom, popped it open, it closed. It was in non-good standing or just dissolution. So when I got back into this, and I started to be like, okay, instead of being a creator and a person that's waiting for these people to shoot, all right, what can I do? Oh, credit. Oh, I'm learning this. I went through a couple mentors. One person fucked me over, got linked with Ty, and figured, I was like, oh, shit, okay. I got the LLC. My credit's not bad. What's needed? What's done? I'm down to my last dollars. What the fuck we got to do? You know, all the way up to now, 800 credit score, over $500,000 in funding, got a full-fledged production unit, production business, literally changed the fucking game. And continuously now doing a new business model where it's like my clients, instead of my clients being, you know, artists, but majority rappers, I've now extended my clientele to anyone who was literally born on the U.S. soil, that is the ages of 18 and 65, because all you guys have a fucking social security number. All you guys have credit. Whether you used it or you didn't use it, it's there. You know, so it's definitely elevation in any business, as long as you're, again, putting your foot forward, just like I did with the videography and just like I did with this. It's pushing it, you know what I'm saying, pushing the narrative.
So do y'all help people? So like, because y'all are big on like business, like, do people come to y'all and like not know what they want to do? Like, do y'all like mentor them to like what their passions are?
It's like if you have any with us. So if I have a contractor and I'm obviously buying cribs or fixing and flipping cribs, if you want to do that, why would I not connect you with them? Because now we're all going to make some money. You know what I'm saying?
Like, have you ever like, okay, say for instance, I come to y'all and I'm just like, I don't know what I want to do. Like,
Yeah,
I know I want to start a business.
That
but
same
like,
instance, so it's like, okay, if you don't want, let's say, you don't know if you know what business you want to start. Okay, what are things you want to invest in? What are your hobbies? What are you good at? You say you're good with the teaching. What if you made your own, your own school that you run your own way, that you can not only, I want to say, you can make it a business or you can make it a nonprofit and get government funded to literally, they fund your whole organization where you have the top of the line stuff because of the government. And you know what I'm saying? You're doing what you want to do, not for profit. You're still getting paid to do what you love to do.
Yeah,
or for business model.
Small.
Oh yeah, no, you got
yeah.
go big,
Like,
big.
We get like a few calls a day, 5 to 10, 15 calls a day, like consultation calls, and people like, hey, I just, ran across you on social media and just like, I want to just level up, right? I get those calls all day, every day. So what I tell people, like, I start with the end goal in mind. I got to get to know these people first before I'm just like trying to mention what are solutions, because I gotta make sure it's something that falls in line with something they're gonna actually follow through with. So the first thing I typically ask people is like, okay, I sometimes just straight up ask people, what is your dream? Like, what do you do? Like, what do you actually want? Because I've learned this. Don't ever assume you know what people want. Don't ever assume that, people just want money or people just want whatever. Nah, I literally have to ask them, what is it you actually want, right? Because before you know it, like, you'll start just going on a rant about what you can do for somebody. It's like, maybe money wasn't the answer. Like, maybe they'd already ran through $500,000 and they know how to make money, but their credit is struggling, right? So I always start with, okay, what is it you actually want? And if they don't know what they don't even know where to start, I'm always gonna tell them, hey, pick your favorite word, like a random word that you say all the time, right? Boom, just off the top of your head, you have 6 seconds to think of a word, right? If we were to do that with you, right? If you have 6 seconds to think of a random word, go.
Mine's gonna be inappropriate because this is what I say all the time. I call people a dickhead.
So what I would say is, all right, cool. So dickhead. So what I would tell people is, because people procrastinate on this one step so much, I'm just like, go with that. That's the first thing off the top of your head. Getting an LLC is so cheap, but you need an LLC. So what I would tell you is, go to the Secretary of State right now, stop what you're doing, and register D-Head LLC. You feel me?
Yeah.
And just start. As long as you start.
Bro, and then look at that. Even with that, you just said D-Head LLC, right? Now you're probably like, man, what the fuck? Like, even structuring that, if you can be creative, if you can structure some things and just think a little bit, I can make that look into a fucking amazing company.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I swear to God. Right now, I put up the whole layout. I have the whole website look. I'll be like, damn, DH Head LLC be going crazy.
Exactly.
Getting that money
Well,
over
I'm gonna tell
there.
you what's so crazy though, because my name, like, everybody just be like, because ever since I put Mac Daddy Brenda, everybody like, you should trademark that. Like, that should be your LLC. And I'm like, I've been thinking like, it's Mac Daddy. Like, who name is Brenda but me? This old lady ass name. Like, ain't nobody gonna steal. Like, But like, I've been thinking about that because like, even like with starting my own podcast, I'm like, I need to trademark so somebody do come around and take my shit, and then I'm be out of luck.
Yeah, so it's like, first step, at least take action. Like, most states, you can get an LLC registered for as little as like $100 to $120 or $150, So once you take, and the thing is, you don't have to know what your business does like on day one, but you can make it a general management business company. And then what are you going to be managing? Your own business, your own company. Like, you're going to start off, it gives you time to think, but at least it's like you started the clock on your business, right? As long as your business exists, you have eligible opportunity to get funding, right, from the bank. You take those 2 documents, the articles and the EIN letter to the bank, they will give you funding, right? So when a person, like I said, step 1, cool, think of a name, because people procrastinate on the name. I don't know what I want to call it. Boom, get it stamped, and then you get the EIN letter for free. It's like 7 minutes. You can get your EIN letter on, irs.gov/EIN. And then you have to work on your personal credit. So people be like, a lot of people don't even know like how to leverage their credit. They didn't know the consequences. They don't know what it's worth. But America is like,
It's built off credit.
it's built off credit. It's like a whole game. And then, you can get good at anything. So you figure out the credit game where you learn how to stay in the 800 club. It's almost like an infinite money glitch, right? People, we work so hard already. We work so hard. We trade our time for money, this and that. But credit gives you leverage. It just makes you trustworthy, makes the banks systematically feel okay with borrowing you money, right? Based off a system, based off data points. So that's ultimately where I fell in love with. I'm like, my whole life I've been searching for something that didn't require me to get lucky. You feel me?
Yeah.
So this was it. A calculator. I can go off data points. Like, like I don't have to rely on like getting a record deal one day, you know what I mean? Or just being found or something like that. Literally the cheat code to really making money is at least getting access to it. So you get the funding. And then at that point, then you have to do the research on how to multiply the funding, right? Because a bank could just approve you for 50K, 100K minutes, right? Compared to you working like 2,000 hours a year to try and save up that money. And you got living expenses on top of that, right? But imagine like you get your credit together. We take those documents to the bank, right? We do all the right things with the relationships we built at the bank. And they just give you like 6 figures in minutes. You'll never look at money the same again.
9 minutes. It's actually recorded.
Yeah.
9 minutes.
I think that's where
$100,000.
like a lot of me being black, a lot of black household and the schools like failed us like the credit conversation.
I mean that's
I can only speak on black house.
I'm Puerto Rican black. My
Yeah.
mama black, so you know what I'm saying she get down. I know how it goes. So that's every school, that's everybody, that's everything.
Like we was in third grade learning how to write a check, nothing about credit.
You know what I'm saying? But because you got to think about it, our school systems are designed, one, to teach you the basics of just life and numbers, reading, writing, math, multiplying, using our basic shit. It's for your basics and how to be a fucking consumer. That's what school is for. Even college is how to be a consumer. Unless you're being a fucking high-end paid consumer, you know what I'm saying? The doctors, the lawyers, the upper echelons, you know what I'm saying? You still have to go through that. But you're being learned how to be a consumer. So they're not going to teach us that. They're not going to teach us the people who made the IRS and made the taxes and who implicated the tax laws, this and that. That shit, they didn't learn that in school. No. Like they're not going to teach us the stuff that the 1% of the 1% know. Or the wealthy, or however you want to call it, the big ballers, literally every name in the fucking book. They're not going to teach us their games. We either got to get in and find it, learn it, or sit back and be a fucking consumer. And it's where you're comfortable at, and that's where it's kind of going to get you off your horse, is where it's like, this information is out there for everybody. You have people like me and Ty that preach this stuff all the fucking time. There's other people that we know and did mentorships with or got courses from that are talking the same fucking game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So the information is out there. It's either your will is, hey, this is uncomfortable and uncharted territory. I'm going to explore it and be a fucking explorer. And if I got one life and I fail, I got one life. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Or you're going to be like, oh, I'm comfortable. No, I don't want to do that. I'm okay. I'm going to just work for this guy and make him millions. And, he comes in and hopefully he gives me like 50 cents by, after all the good job I've been, after being a good boy or a good girl, like that's what you're okay with. Go ahead. Because after your little 9 to 5, after your 8-hour shift, hey, you go home, cook, clean, smoke, drink, go out to clubs, whatever the fuck you want. And you're cool with your life. Yeah. When it comes to this side, it is not that. Oh my God. It's entrepreneurship is 24/7, 24/8 if there was another day. Right. Like it's not that shit the consumers play over there. I ain't trying to play them games.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I don't know if it was Henry Ford that created like the schooling model. He just really needed to train his factory workers, right? And that model is like over 100 years old when it comes to like the educational system. Right? And we got to get more creative with it. Now, there's a new school, pun intended, like SKOOL, right? Where people are building communities and learning from each other, right? Because the easiest way, there's no shortcuts in life, but if you did have a shortcut is learning from other people's mistakes so you ain't got to make them, right?
Yeah.
So what we did, we used this platform. It's called school.com /850. School.com /850, where we building our community and we're teaching people how to be financial literate, right? How to get an 800 plus credit score and 6 figures in funding, right? So what we've been working on is like a personal goal to get at least 100 people 100 grand, right? At least 800 people, 800 credit scores, and then we holding ourselves accountable, right? And we get in the whole, it's a group environment. We get on weekly calls and all of that, right? So it's a community. We don't want just anybody in there. We want people that are serious in there.
Yeah,
right?
and there's some heavy hitters in there right now. You know, there's already contractors, there's already entrepreneurs, people who bought houses, who are doing a mill or doing this. You know,
Flipping,
this is not just
industries.
people that are ready to learn and ready to, that are starting from ground zero. No, people in there right now that when we get on our weekly calls, you can talk to and connect with them and hit them up like, hey, bro, I'm trying to get in what you getting in, what's going on. And just for the sake, not even that, just for the sake, just for the respect and love and what we got building in the community. If you go hit as a lower level person, you go hit someone like me or Ty or anybody else in that community, bro, it's gonna show love because that's what we're building. We're not hiding no game.
Yeah, we was on like a 2-hour Zoom call before this podcast, right? This guy paid like maybe 6 figures in mentorships and just connections, 20,000 there, 5,000 there, flying out to meet people. And then he made a comment about this one 20,000 mentorship he took. And I was like, wait, you did all that? And then I'm like, so what'd you get out of it? He's like, bro, the connections. He was like, the connections like were gold. Like he couldn't even put a price on it. He was just saying like the sauce and what they teach is cool. It's the foundation, but you still kind of got to do the work, right? Nobody gonna do the work for you. But he said the connections, he plugged. He plugged. Phone book worth, like Rolodex is like golden, like worth millions. So the connections you can make just from being in the right environment and community. Now there's the internet, we can do these things virtually. Oh man, it's
There's
priceless.
no excuse. There's also
no excuse. You know what I mean? And people can be hesitant at times to invest in themselves, thinking that, you're just gonna, put some money in the next guy's pocket. But at least when working with me, I'm always trying to evaluate, hey, what is your goal? What is your dream? Because I want to see like if us working together is even a good fit.
Yeah.
I want to make sure if they spend some money with me, they're able to at least double it. They're at least able to get the value out of it. And that's how I operate. I always got to examine the person that I'm dealing with, if they're even capable of listening to my advice, because not everybody got the mindset for it. You know what I mean? So
how do y'all go about like the program? Like if, say for instance, I want to join the program, like how does it work? Like, is it like I don't know the question I'm trying to ask.
We gotta look at the credit. We gotta look.
Yeah.
I know that. So you look at the credit. Like, is it like you looking at the credit, how much money they bringing? Are y'all advising them of like?
Okay, so you bring us a credit score. We're gonna evaluate the credit, right? We're gonna break down the credit, see how many negative items you got. If you got some negative items, some stuff that needs to be removed, we're gonna go ahead and submit that dispute process. We're gonna go and pretty much hand in hand get that removed. Now, if you got some debt, like, okay, you maybe don't, you pay everybody on time, but you up $30,000 in credit card debt. Okay, we're gonna help you consolidate that debt. We're gonna move that debt around, so now you don't have any credit card debt. And if you also look on Credit Karma and everywhere else, when it says credit card utilization, that's what they care about. So if we go ahead and pay all that off, your score is gonna fucking skyrocket. So we take care of you that way, depending on however your credit goes. We gotta take care of and delegate that. So let's say you got good credit, but you don't got a good profile. You got a 700. I've seen someone with a 720 profile, but got one thing on there. You're not going to get any funding for real. Yeah. So what we'll do is we're going to help you get certain accounts, trade lines, AUs, the whole nine to build up that profile. So now when you're ready, when you're funding ready, we're going to get you so structurally together. So it's like, hey, now you have an 800 credit score. You know what it takes. You know everything, all the data points for 800 credit score. You now have an 800 credit score. Now let's go take that and your business and let's go delegate it with some funding. Okay. Because you are now clean. Everything's good. You got an 800 credit score. That's a lot of people will be like, oh shit, I love that. When people hear that, that's fire. You get everything you want with 800 credit score. You don't get denied with 800 credit score. So that's fucking gold mine right there. So that's our job, is to get you 720 above, 800 for real. Like I said, 800 people, 800 credit scores. I have an 800 credit score. I can pull out my phone right now. You know, someone who does this stuff should just be like, hey, yeah, I got 800 and I'm literally floating here. You know, I'm always have an 800 credit score. I don't care what the fuck happens to anything. My credit score will always stay 800. You know, and
auto pay, baby.
Yep.
Keep your stuff on auto pay.
So that's where we're pretty much structure you at. And then also once the credit's done, we also hold your hands through the bank process, literally getting you funded, walking you, making sure everything is where it needs to be. You know, Ty be on the point, like cross the T's, dot the I's, and if it's not there, then let's go back to the drawing board, make sure everything's good. Once it's green light, if I see it's a green light, he sees a green light, or anyone that's in like the Deletekings that's working with us, if they see it's a green light, it's go.
It's a go.
But if it's not, then you still got to work with us. Like, hey, let's get this stuff rolling. You know, it's
one of our clients we just crossed 6 figures with because last year we got him up to like 80-ish thousand, and that's not including his 40. It's like a $37,000
car.
Yeah, exactly.
And then today, literally cashed in another 30 G's.
So 6 figures. Oh, we did his podcast already, but we gonna run it back again with the new setup. And now, you know, because that's my thing. I'm not satisfied till a client gets at least 6 figures.
Yeah.
You know, so I love to get them on a podcast and like let them say out their own mouth, like, yo, how much was able to get you funded, right? Do you have any? What's your relationship with credit cards in general?
I never really been like, I probably had like 2 credit cards because like I was like, I feel like by the time I thought about credit cards, I done did so much other, like I went into like my adulthood not really knowing about credit at all. Like my very first car was a lease car. So then like the leasing was over and they was just like, yo, leasing over. And I thought like they was trying to take the car back. So I went and just like got a car note because I didn't know nothing. Like I was just out here like, let me get out of my mama's house. Like I need a car, I need an apartment, I need to get out of my mama's house. So like then at that point I had 2 cars. Because like then I figured out like, oh shit, y'all not finna take this car back. Like, you know, like I was just out here just like, yeah. So like credit card wise, I probably had like Capital One.
Everybody's first.
Yeah. And like I only had like 2 credit cards. Like, yeah, I'm in the process of paying them back right now. So yeah, everything on auto pay now. So yeah. But yeah, I think this year for me was like being more financially literate, like really trying to like advance myself. Cause like I am like, I want to get a house. I want to do all of that stuff. So like, I really just want to like learn. Like, I don't want to get into a house right now and I'm not financially literate. Then they gonna take their house back. So like, that's my goal this year, just to like literally like lock in and like be like, how can we just be like, I want that paycheck to come and just like, oh, it's payday. You know, like 100%. I just want to be comfortable. Like, well, not comfortable. I want to be overly comfortable. You know?
Yeah, exactly. It's like you got to go through years and years and years of this uncomfort, to be like more comfortable than most. You know, like the movie Time, where the people are walking slow and the poor people got to run because they short on time and like they was in a hurry. You know, like. And
I think I went through my discomfort. That's what kind of got me here. And I think like I'm big on timing too, so I'm like, maybe I had to go through all them years of just being complacent and content in life, and like then I just got like, okay, this shit is old. Like, okay, I'm tired. Like, you know, like I'm working this job and like bill come and like now it's just like I gotta wait another 2 weeks. So yeah, I think that's what kind of got me here. Like I think 2024 kind of got me like I was losing jobs like crazy, and I was just like, God damn, So 2025, like that's what changed my mindset. It was just like you got to do something that really like put you in a financial spot where like even if you lose your job, you're okay.
100%, and that's what we're trying to do.
I haven't worked for somebody in 17, 18, 17, 18.
In a hot minute. You still employed.
Yeah.
No, but it's about you the boss.
But I'm employed by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and a lot of people tell me I should, because like one thing about me, I think I got a problem with somebody just telling me what to do. And so I had this little thing, because like one thing I can do is get a job. If I can't do nothing else on this earth, I can get a job. I can like do resumes. So I had this mind where I'm like, damn, maybe I should start like a temp agency and get other people jobs, because like if I don't do nothing else, like
see? There you go. That's thinking outside the box.
Yeah, so like I was thinking like, so my thing, I was trying to do this with my friend.
You can be like, hey, our company will help you get hired. Yeah, you suck at resumes, you come in like shit. I was
gonna try to do it with my friend, like get him a better job. Like let me just use you as my test dummy, so like you can be my like story. Like, I got but you know, people be
testimony.
scared. People be a little scared. They be comfortable at work where they just like, I'm cool here, and I'm just like, you really know you be on my phone hating it there, like, you know. So
Right.
yeah.
There's even somebody with a school community, and it's called job stacking. And he's gonna find like a bunch of virtual jobs, and he's probably gonna outsource it to the Philippines too. But it's like the concept alone is just like, man, if you
find
know
a
how to
job.
spice up resumes,
Yeah.
like I might even use your service. I'm an entrepreneur, but lately I've been feeling like I seriously want to go undercover on some of these banks for real. Like I shouldn't publicize that, but with my intentions. But nah, for real, like I
Yeah.
be wanting to, because in another lifetime, if I was hip to knowing like how the bankers operate. Like when I was younger, I don't know why I didn't imagine that to be like fun and exciting. You're dealing with money, you're printing money with your keyboard. You're helping business owners, you're changing lives. It's amazing. So in another lifetime, in a multi-universe, I am a banker. But now that I'm an entrepreneur, it's like I work with multiple banks. You know what I mean? I'm in 3-way calls with all these different banks, 5 different banks or whatever. But I be daydreaming about like, man, if I was really just out here like really plugged in. I'm tapped in now, but I mean like give me a name tag with my favorite bank. You know what I mean? Because like I just approve everything. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So
That's like you ever seen God Almighty?
God Almighty.
Yes to everybody.
850 moves.
Or even
Yeah,
slide.
we going
Hey,
to
what-
his bank. I got a homie at that bank.
Exactly.
Not even that. Actually was crazy. It was a movie that was more of that. What? Yes. Same Jim Carrey. He played that movie. Yes. And he was a banker.
Yeah.
And he was saying no to everybody, and then motherfucker was coming in with ideas. He was just bow, bow, stamping, approving everybody.
Yeah, man. So that's what we on. I feel like so people can reach out to you if they need their resume spiced up.
Yeah, but I think it go deeper. Like what I want to do, like, cause I feel like I be the personality hire now. Like when I get into the job, I'm not the personality coworker, but like I know how to like. I be wanting to like go the full way. I'm like, as Black people, you damn near got to be the personality. They ain't hiring you off your education. Like you got to go in there and be like, hi, I'm Bob. Like you know, so like I be wanting to like go the full way. Like I can get you in with the resume, but a lot of people don't know how to appeal.
Right, you're gonna teach them.
Yeah, I wanted to be able to be like, hey, like I know it's gonna be uncomfortable, but you about to smile, you about to do that little white person, and you got to like really get until they level. Cause like I'm a typical Black, not long nails, but like I know how to get in there, and they like, damn. Like, you know, and my last name Chu, so I kind of get it with my name, Brenda Chu. They be like, what is she? Black as hell.
Boom, you walk through the door.
Yeah, so then, yeah. And a lot of times I'll be in interviews, and like toward the end of the interview, they be like, how did you get your last name? And I be like, let's think back.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
But like,
Don't worry
yeah,
about
like,
it.
so even when they go to that, like, even my kids, like, I be like, it start with your name. Like, my kids name Cameron and Noah. I don't never want them to get stopped. So it's just like I want to teach my kids like. And people be like, well, people really just be like, is that important? Like, hell yeah, because my sister named Takishiana this shit.
Shit, I named my son's named after me. It's Jose. So I mean,
So it's just like it's kind of like stereotype, and people don't think about it like that. But I'm just like,
but that's why like with him, like it be like we call him his middle name Messiah.
yeah,
You know,
you
so
gotta
it's
get
kinda
them guessing
some,
before you
you
even
know,
walk through the door.
Like his name, girl named Jose. Oh, shit, for real, yeah. But that's Messiah right there. That's the chosen one. Stop playing with him.
The fourth.
You know what
But
I'm
yeah,
saying?
if I was to
Yes,
go into it, I would go the full way. Like I want to be, cause you know, like you have them little tips. Like I done had like a little agency call me, and like they don't really help you. Like I know how to interview, so they be like, you want me to call you? I be like, hell no, cause like you just telling me yes to anything, hope that I get the job. But like I would really want to like deep dive and like do mock interviews and I'm a blunt person. I be like, nah, I wouldn't hire you. Like hell nah, you seem like, you know, cause you got to be real with people. Like I'm a very blunt person, so like if I was to start that, like I would really like I feel like if you can interview, you can go anywhere in life, because like now you that person on the elevator just starting a conversation. Like it's really connections.
100%. A lot of people lack that personality, lack that energy. Like I had a good assistant too, like, but like the energy gotta like, sometimes you can't be too quiet.
Yeah.
You could do everything else right, but it's just like,
gotta
I'm
make yourself
feeding
known,
off your
yeah.
energy. So you gotta like,
Wait, that's why.
no. It's
No.
no.
Like, what happened?
Excellent, 5 stars, 10 out of 10
Okay.
recommend. You know what I mean? Personal decision, has some other things going the other way. We are not hiring at Deletekings.
Oh wow.
Hit the link in the
Oh
description.
damn. Okay, we'll talk about that later. But no, that's facts, and it's like what's dope. How you say kind of like the interview and the elevator pitch type of ordeal. It's kind of the same way for an entrepreneur. as if you're an entrepreneur, your Instagram, your socials is damn near your resume. You know, if I pull out my Instagram to anybody, they should know who I am, what I do, and you know, everything about me within the first 5 posts. You know, and it's like, you know, I'm on business. You know, I do good work. You know, I'm a real person here. You know, so that's something big as far as just entrepreneurship and just anything. Like you say, you got to know how to talk, because even at this level, I got tattoos. I've been around rappers, and I've grew up in, you know what I'm saying, the West Side of Chicago. So I even had a phone. I was the other day, a booking was like, "Hey," I answered the door like, "Damn, bro, I thought you was black." I'm like, "My bad, I got black family, you know. What's up? I appreciate it. You know, that's cool. I ain't black. It's in there, you know." But you know, it's really, you got to be able to switch that talk. You know, where I'm able to,
Code switch,
I can talk to anybody.
Code switch, that's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Homie said that on the Zoom call. You got to be able to walk in the room, be
code
corporate.
switch.
Exactly, bro. Put the suit on, and fuck your head up, like, because our guy, bro, he tatted. Like, I want to be tatted like him. You know, he super tatted, and it's like, you could be a little offish on that, but if someone come on business and right, shit, that guy might be a millionaire, and he just, shit, I'm gonna tattoo my body because I got millions.
Yeah.
What the fuck
And a lot of people, I be hearing a lot of people just like, I won't, no, they gotta accept me for me. I'm like, who the hell told y'all that? Like, they don't have to accept you. I'm like, you gotta be able to open the doors. Like, it's so many times, like I can get ghetto with you for fucking sure, but I can also have an intelligent conversation and articulate, use some words that you never thought I'd use. So I'm just like, that's the way of life. I'm just like, if you really not to go there, but I'm like, if you, them white people don't want us up in their shit, you better be able to talk how they talk.
Right, you gotta be you gotta be a little bit of them before they can fuck with you.
And then like, oh, okay, you cool. Then you can start using your little twang.
But
you better go in there right.
What I can say though,
when you start your own business, you gotta worry about that shit.
You don't got well when it comes to credit, you don't gotta worry about
That's
that
a
shit.
fact.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You be Asian, Puerto Rican, black, white, Yugoslavian. I don't give a fuck. You was born here. That data point, that 9 numbers.
All I'm gonna say
You know
to
what I'm
that
saying?
is,
Man.
like, you still got to, like, you use the credit, leverage it, but networking is everything. So whether you're employed or unemployed, like, your customer service skills got to be on point. I know even like ladies that do lashes, like, or cut hair, braid hair, whatever, like, you have to talk to people a certain way.
they got terrible
like, so customer
service.
service, you might not escape that if you have to create your income from scratch, get it out the mud, sales. Like, you know, so, but some people, customer service, you know what I mean? Like, you might not, like, if you were to call T-Mobile for an issue, like, you would hope they keep it professional no matter how pissed off you are, right? So at the end of the day, you got to keep that in mind when you're doing business. You're trying to do big business, a lot of numbers. But yeah, I love this episode. This was dope.
Can I ask y'all this? And I don't really uneducated in this. How do y'all feel about Trump like doing like the IRS thing?
Oh man, I am excited.
Wait, what are you doing?
Can y'all
He's
explain it to
trying
me a
to
little
do
bit?
the external revenue service. We have an internal revenue service where the
IRS,
citizens are getting taxed to death when we used to argue about a T tax back in the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? We used to argue over T. Now we getting taxed on everything. People, like, 40% of their income is being taxed the first 3 months you're working for the government, right? And then they shipping all the money overseas because it's like we're all debt slaves.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to
God.
say that out loud. But
No, we are.
Honestly,
We are. Say it.
like what he got going on, it's like a lot of people are scared of the tariffs. I heard he's tariffing Mexico and Canada, and there's a lot of turbulence right now. But the thing is, all I'm gonna say to this, right? It's not a left thing or right thing. It's just like, some obviously got to change, but let's not expect it to be some smooth transition into whatever chapter's next, right? It's like we putting in reps at the gym. Like, bro, people sweat at the gym, even if they're like swole, it still hurts. So it's like whatever transition we're going through, whatever headlines we're seeing about, oh, things are about to get more expensive, people are gonna lose their jobs, blah, 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 blah. It's like, y'all really expect the next chapter to be just no issue, no hiccups or whatever. We're negotiating. Guys, we're negotiating with other countries. Like, how can we be so comfortable with the way things are to just, like, how can it get worse? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how can it get worse? Like, literally headlines is eggs and milk is reaching record time highs or whatever. It's like farmers can't make money. There's so regulations on this and this and that. Man, if he switches, no matter who's the president, right? An external revenue service, tax, that's how it used to work back in the day. Mm-hmm. He had facts behind how it used to work back in the day. We just had so much cash, we didn't know what to do type of thing as a society. Like, let's renegotiate a lot of this stuff. He said, China was paying $30 billion to be a member of WHO, the health organization. And then they got billions of people population. If they was paying 30 billion to be a part of the organization, and we only got 300 million to be a part of the WHO organization, why are we paying 500 billion?
As Americans, as us.
Right. It was like lopsided
it's hell. Like Trump is literally pro-America. Like America.
Right.
America. That's what
and
he
it's
wants.
Like people so on his hate train. Damn, because I'm not gonna lie, like I'm a little, ignorant to that because I don't really like but like hearing it break down like that, like okay, shit.
It's a lot of like all I'm gonna say is it's not gonna be like smooth. People might even argue. It might even but it can't be worse than what we've already been dealing with. And it's just like if we're gonna go through some temporary hardships, people are predicting things are gonna get more expensive. But I'm already thinking long term, right? Because the thing is like when you have your credit together, you're gonna look at money different. You're going to swipe for what you need to swipe for. Your stomach determines like how often you eat. If you're hungry, you're gonna figure it out. Yeah. So at the end of the day, whatever the president's doing is so far removed. It's like, no, you're gonna figure your stuff out.
Yeah, because in my head, I'm like, why the fuck y'all just don't get a hen and make your own eggs? Like it's ways that I guess my whole thing was just like, damn, like eggs, like how, like, like for me, I'm just like eggs sit in my goddamn refrigerator for so long. Where I'm just like, I guess like I was in Mariano's, my damn eggs $12, but if I need the eggs, I would get the goddamn eggs. So like,
just like gas. If you need gas,
I don't even look at gas.
I don't care what you know what I'm saying.
I just pull in because I need the goddamn gas.
You're gonna need it.
Yeah,
100%.
Swipe it, use it.
Exactly. So yeah, you're gonna survive. You'll be all right. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, remind the people where they can follow you at, where they can catch up.
MacDaddy_Brenda on Instagram, TikTok. I'm not gonna give you my Facebook. That's it. Just follow me on there, yeah.
For sure. And where can they tune into your podcast?
So we are on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok at 1WON21 podcast on YouTube and TikTok. That's
dope.
Yeah, Instagram too, 1-to-1 podcast.
That's what's up. And if you're looking to improve your credit score, get some funding, all that good stuff, just change your life in general, you know where to tap in with us at, right? Whether you book a one-on-one consultation call with me and my team, CVO, get in tune. Click the links in the bio or join the school community, school.com/850. You know what to do. You can follow me at Deleteking850. Where can follow you at, bro?
Oh, you already know. Deletekings CVO.
All right, y'all. Peace.